The Premier League is due to start in a couple of weeks. As we know, Football Manager is very good at predicting results. Using a modified database for Football Manager 2022, which you can find on the Passion for FM website, plus adding the transfers that already happened in real life, this is what FM thinks will happen in the next season of the Premier League. So I thought, why not compete with FM, the best football predictor out there, and make my own Premier League predictions. And next year, at the end of the season, we can see who had the best predictions, FM or me. The first relegation candidate in my books is Bournemouth. They start to resemble Norwich by becoming a yo-yo club between Premier League and the Championship, and the transfers they have carried out this summer until now don't give me the confidence that the Cherries can achieve more this season. As the 19th place, I see Fulham. In fairness, they have brought in João Palhinha from Sporting and Andreas Pereira from Manchester United, but their squad overall does not make me believe they will achieve more. As 18th, maybe the most logical candidate would be Nottingham Forest, but I'll go with Crystal Palace. Their last season was awful, and I don't think they can pull off another survival this season. They have finished the last season as 12th, but only 13 points above the relegation zone. In my eyes, it will take more than Wilfried Zaha to keep them up again. As 17th, I'll go with Nottingham Forest. I think that it will be a close call between Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace, but so far, Nottingham Forest seem to have shown more desire if we look at the transfer moves. Tayo Avoni, Dean Henderson, Omar Richards and Jesse Lingard may make the difference for the Reds. However, I don't see a difference bigger than 3 or 6 points at the end of the season between them and Crystal Palace. Before we move on, I would like to let you know that we have launched our new Discord server. Make sure to check the link below and accept the invitation to join our community. Welcome and feel free to be as active as you'd like. As number 16, I see Brentford. The Bees had an absolutely astonishing season in 2021-2022, and I believe they have enough to carry this on in the 2022-2023 season. Thomas Trakosha, Yehor Yarmolyuk and Ben Mee are very good additions to their squad, and I think that they can build on the momentum. As number 15, I see Southampton. The Saints are a club that maintain their own rhythm, and this may give the impression of inconsistency. I believe though that their squad is good enough to keep them safe above the relegation zone. One club I think overachieved last season and will fail a bit this season is Brighton. They have finished 9th last season, but I think they'll finish 14th this time around. They have brought in Julio Enciso, but that's about it. In addition, they have sold Yves Bissouma, who was one of their key players last season. As 13th, I see Wolverhampton. The Wolves seem to have lost their balance after Nuno Espirito Santo has left last season and may struggle to find their rhythm again. Their squad is good enough to challenge for more, but I think that inconsistency will hurt their performance. I think that Aston Villa will finish 12th. They have secured the services of Felipe Coutinho and Diego Carlos among others, but other than this, there aren't too many improvements in the squad. Last season, they have finished 14th, but I think that this season is Steven Gerrard's chance to establish his style within the Premier League. 12th is not a bad place to start, and this season could serve as a platform for better achievements long term. As 11th, I see Leeds United. If they do manage to finish mid-table, it will be a big improvement compared to last season. I believe that this time around, taking into account the club's transfer moves so far, they are building towards consistent performances and establishing themselves as a Premier League club. As number 10, I see Everton. Both Leeds and Everton had a very poor performance last season, but I think that as it is the case for Leeds, Everton will be looking towards becoming more consistent. As it is the case for Steven Gerrard, I think that this season is Frank Lampard's chance to establish himself as a Premier League manager. This, plus a squad that did not suffer too many changes, may bring them a mid-table finish. As number 9, I'll go with Newcastle. Yes, I'm aware that Newcastle are a rich club now, but I don't think they'll manage to find a good team chemistry so quickly. The sort of transfers and squad changes Newcastle plan to undergo take time to gel. What I believe is that this season is going to be a transitional one for Newcastle, and they will start to go up the ladder as time goes by. As the 8th place team, I see Leicester. If we are to follow a simple rule, no major transfers in or out should mean no change in the league standings. But Leicester possess more than this. They are a consistent team. In my opinion, they have reached a level where they know their limit and are quite happy with it. I think that West Ham will finish 7th this season. They have tried to push for more last season, but the same as for Leicester, no major squad changes should result in no major improvements. They have brought in Naif Aguerd, but to finish higher, they need to do more. However, the squad is good enough for a European place finish, so I think that they will not give up that easily on the 6th or even the 5th place. I was tempted to go for Manchester United as 6th, but instead I'll go with Arsenal. The Gunners are a moody club. They can be brilliant and in the next second they can fight to avoid relegation. Gabriel Jesus is a big improvement for the squad, but if Mikel Arteta does not solve the inconsistency problem, which I think is present at Arsenal, they cannot qualify for Champions League football. To throw a curveball into the mix, I think that Chelsea will finish 5th this season. Letting go of both Antonio Rüdiger and Andreas Christensen seems like a very poor managerial decision to me, and without any major transfers this summer, I don't think that Chelsea can finish higher than the 5th place. Thomas Tuchel is a smart manager, but looking from outside, I think he needs to do more in order to improve the team chemistry and the club atmosphere at Stamford Bridge. As number 4, I see Manchester United. Erik ten Hag comes with great ideas and inherits a very good team, however, he needs to work on improving the team chemistry. If he manages to bring in a few more star players and finds the key to improve the club atmosphere, no one can take the 4th place from them. I'll go with Tottenham as the first team to finish in the top 3. My main reason for this choice is Antonio Conte. He seems to be the kind of leader who gathers the team around and gets every bit of good skill out of his players. His work has already been shown last season, with the Spurs recovering fast after the terrible start and finishing 4th. As the second best team of the Premier League, I'll go with Liverpool. I would like to be able to see them as champions, but they don't look like the team to win the trophy this season. The Reds have always been quiet in the transfer market and minding their own business, but I think that we are getting to a turning point in Jurgen Klopp's era at Anfield. The first crack has been Sadio Mane's departure. And if a player like him, who has won the Champions League and the Premier League with the Reds, thinks he needs to move out to achieve more, speaks a lot about Liverpool's potential to pass by Manchester City. We will see how the season plays out, but I do think that objectively, Manchester City has the best chance to win the title this season. Erling Haaland will for sure be a key factor to this achievement, but Pep Guardiola has built a well-oiled machine at Etihad. If he manages to stay out of his way and not overthink his tactics, Manchester City could win the title with a big points difference. These are my predictions for the season to come in the Premier League. I am quite curious how many of the predictions I'll get right, but in order to know this, we need to wait until the season ends. Fortunately, you don't have to wait so long to watch another video from the channel. Head over right now to this recommended video to find out what transfer moves happened so far in the world of football. I am Alex and I thank you for watching today's video. Until next time, dear audience, stay safe, relax and have fun.